Welcome to VAR India News Hour. Online and e-learning searches saw massive growth due to the pandemic. The increasing penetration of the internet has led to an increase in queries for content translation to local languages. The past year has been pivotal for digital marketing, with digital growth leapfrogging across industries. A report showcases insights on the shift in netizens' online behavior and their search preferences from the data analyzed between April 2020 and June 2021. In the last few years, digital content consumption has increased manifold. The pandemic has further accelerated digital adoption, with people spending significant time on their PC, phones, and tablet screens. With people starting to spend more time indoors and restrictions on movement for the better part of the year, people increasingly opted for online consultations and nutritional guidance. During this period, there was a 125% increase in immunity-related searches, while home fitness-related searches like online dance and home gym saw 28x and 14x increase respectively. There has been a shift in investment preference from physical assets to financial instruments in the past year, and an increased preference for using digital channels. Asset management related searches increased by 13x, while those related to digital payments continued to grow at 12%. There is a significant increase in the searches into hyperlocal, entertainment, and e-learning. Staying at home also provided a significant boost to e-commerce platforms. As people continue to prefer staying indoors, the focus has shifted from supermarkets to local and online grocery stores, and there has been a spike in the demand for hyperlocal delivery services. With theaters shut, concerts suspended, and people working remotely from their homes, there has been a massive increase in search volume for entertainment and music content. Branded searches in OTT and music shot up as people opted for online content streaming services at home. Let's look into today's headlines in VAR India. Over hundreds of phone numbers of ministers, journalists, activists, businessmen could have been hacked. Pegasus software is said to be sold only to governments, can turn one's phone into a 24-hour surveillance device without even the user noticing, is intended for use against criminals and terrorists, and is made available only to military, law enforcement, and intelligence agencies from countries with good human rights records. Pegasus infects earphones and Android devices, allowing operators to extract messages, photos, and emails, record calls, and secretly active microphones and cameras. However, the IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw said any form of illegal surveillance is not possible in India due to checks, balances in our laws, and robust institutions. He said this on reports of alleged use of Pegasus spyware on journalists, activists, etc. Government's tax collection on petrol diesel rises 88% to Rs 3.35 lakh crores in FY21. Excise duty on petrol was hiked from Rs 19.98 per litre to Rs 32.9, and at the same time diesel was raised to Rs 31.8 from Rs 15.83 last year to recoup gain arising from international oil prices plunging to multi-year low as pandemic gulped demand. At the same time, the centre's tax collection on petrol and diesel jumped by 88% to Rs 3.35 lakh crores in the financial year 2020-21 from Rs 1.78 lakh crores a year back, the Lok Sabha was informed on Monday. Razorpay acquires AI-based risk tech SaaS platform Terra FinLabs. India is marching ahead to create a $1 trillion digital lending opportunity between 2019 and 2023. We can see from the recent acquisition by Razorpay of Bengaluru's AI-based risk tech SaaS platform Terra FinLabs for an undisclosed amount. The objective behind the third acquisition by Razorpay is foraying into the B2B SME lending space with the launch of Razorpay Capital in 2019. Terra will provide its entire technology stack, risk management capabilities, and onboarding solutions to create and enable a credit line for Razorpay's merchant network. Blackstone acquires a controlling stake in Simply.Learn. Blackstone has announced that private equity funds managed by the company have entered into a definitive agreement to acquire a controlling stake in Simply Learn Solutions, an online learning bootcamp. Simply Learn is a differentiated player in the digital skilling space with premium content created in partnership with marquee university and industry partners. It is Blackstone's first private equity investment in Asia in a consumer technology company. Ethereum founder announced leaving industry, cites personal security concerns. Anthony Di Lorio was an early adopter of Bitcoin and one of Ether's 8 co-founders. Ethereum's 48-year-old co-founder Anthony plans to leave the cryptocurrency industry partially because of personal safety reasons. Lorio, who has had a security team since 2017 for fear of his personal safety, told Bloomberg, "I don't feel necessarily safe in this space. If I was focused on larger problems, I think I would be safer." He plans to focus on philanthropy and other ventures not related to crypto. That's it for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News magazine. Stay tuned. Thank you.